The following podcast is brought to you by ENT 2099 Media and Entertainment and is part of the J Radio Network. You're listening to The J with your host, Kennedy.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You are listening to The J, and today's Monday, February 13th. I'm your host, Kennedy, podcasting from sunny California. My gosh, it's a little crazy that, I've been looking at the news and receiving photos from friends there in the East Coast and seeing all that snow. And I guess the East Coast is having their cold winter in February. And interesting enough, here in California, it looks like spring is going to happen very early. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing or this is a strong indication of what's going to happen in the summer. But this past weekend, it's been getting about 72 degrees or so, and it's been getting hot. And this usually doesn't happen in February. That's why I'm a little concerned because, really, it's good that, you can wear shorts out here in California and, start going to the beach early. But at the same time, here during the summer, I don't want to see that 100 to 110 degree weather happen too early in the year. Usually that comes around May or June, but not in February. So I'm just kind of curious how hot it's going to get here in California because it's happening a little early. But anyway, enough of the weather. Let's go ahead and start off with some pod-safe music. Here is... with Lullaby for Lawyers. And I know my lawyer friends who are listening to this episode are probably saying, what the hell did you just play? But funny song, pretty cool. So thank you, Steve Newman, for that submission. Also, before that was another submission from Copeland from the New Digital Sound. And that song was Exclude 17, a song which is an electro-introspective journey into the world after the passing away of his girlfriend. So thank you, Copeland, for sending that song. And you can check out more of Copeland's music by visiting thenewdigitalsound.org. So please check that out. Before that was a PodSafe Japanese song. And that song was from Cooper, and the song is titled Arrive. And before that was a Stay Peacemakers, which started off the podcast with Dual Story. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about and some news to talk about as well. So we're gonna do about decode that for me, alien. Anyway, we'll be back with more The J after we return from these awesome commercial promos for cool podcasts out there that you should be listening to.
Take a soundscape journey with electronic music by Tomoyuki Sugimoto. Modulation incorporates everyday sounds, Japanese culture, and vibrating loops into 5 to 10 minutes. Modulation SUGIMOTO.BE
Firehouse Radio.
We're not your mother.
Hey, this is Jim Getz at Firehouse Radio. If you like excitement, then you have to check out the Firehouse Radio Show. Action, talk, music, and more is what you'll hear on our weekly podcast, found exclusively on Firehouse.fm. Hey, we're firefighters doing radio right. Tell them, Chef.
What's the matter, children? It's Firehouse Radio.
Hi, it's the Cine Gang.
A Filipino-American podcast.
We discuss Filipino-American life from Virginia Beach, Virginia.
So check us out at cine-gang.com.
We talk about anything and everything from our unique Pinoy perspective.
We offer a Filipino word of the day.
We offer examples of Pinoy power.
We talk about poetry, food, or whatever comes to mind.
So visit us at cine-gang.com and join us.
The Cine Gang.
Hello, JN fans. This is Kumiko Kato. Please check out my website at www.kumikokato.com. And now, back to JN Radio.
Hey, welcome back to The J. And let's go ahead and see what is number one on the Oricon charts right now. Number one in Japan. Number one album of the day goes to Aqua Times for the album Sora Ippai ni Kanaderu Hinori. Number one single today in Japan goes to Tokyo for the CD single Mr. Traveling Man. Looking at other music charts around the world, at number one in Korea, number one song goes to SS501 for Fighter. And here in the Billboard charts, the number one album of the week goes to, for the album that is, Barry Manilow for the album The Greatest Songs of the 50s. Number one CD single of the week goes to Beyonce featuring Slim Thug for Check On It. Going to the BBC, number one album of the week goes to the Arctic Monkeys for Whatever People Say I Am, That's What I'm Not. And the number one CD single goes to Mech featuring Leo Sayer for Thunder in My Heart Again. Going to DVDs, on the Oricon for music DVDs, Kodakumi is back at number one again with Secret First Class Limited Live. And according to Amazon here in the US, the number one most anticipated, or actually pre-ordered DVD right now is Grey's Anatomy Season 1. Cool series, by the way, so if you haven't checked that out, check that one out. As for video games, this one is actually as of last week's information, but since I didn't talk about it, I'll talk about it right now. According to GameSpot, Resident Evil Deadly Silence was their choice for number one game or anticipated game in the US, and in Japan, number one game was Dirge of Cerberus by Square Enix, and it features Final Fantasy VII's Vincent, and I believe this one is somewhat of a shooter, not a first-person shooter, but I guess something reminiscent of Resident Evil 4. According to the reviews that I've read, a lot of people said that the visuals are awesome. A lot of people say, that you love it or you hate it. So I'm guessing that if you are a Final Fantasy VII fan, you'll probably pick it up anyway. I'm not sure. Is it coming in the US? I'm not sure yet. From what I've heard, that with a Japanese version, though, you get a online mode where you can play against other players in a free-for-all, and it costs about 800 yen, about $8 there in Japan, and you need the hard drive attachment to make it work. But knowing that many Final Fantasy fans, well, I'm guessing a lot of them do play Final Fantasy 11 on their PS2, they should have that HD attachment. But if not, no official word if it will be included in the American release.
Now, here's the news.
Unfortunately, I wasn't able to podcast last week regarding the situation happening with former Morning Musume member Kago Ai. For those of you who haven't heard, Kago Ai, 18-year-old, former member of Morning Musume, Minimoni, and currently a member of W, has been suspended from Hello Project for smoking. The trash tabloid, who pretty much exposed Yamaguchi Mari and her boyfriend, with photos of her holding hands with her boyfriend, thus leading her to quit the group, has caught photos of Kago Ai, who on the photo seems to be smoking. Well, she is smoking. And in Japan, the legal age to smoke is 20 years old. Well, the problem is that when it comes to idol singers, they really have strict rules. May it be drinking or smoking or whatever. The idol companies and the management involved really hammer down on that. And so this puts another black eye towards Hello Project. They've had a number of problems, especially with last year with Abe Natsumi plagiarizing, and then you had Yamaguchi Mari's situation, and then of course starting off this year you have Kago Ai in trouble. And I think this is a situation where you probably may see her coming back, in several months from now, and issuing an apology. But who knows? Anything can happen, and we've seen suspensions. For example, not too long ago, there was a boy band member of the group News who was caught drinking alcohol with a producer from Fuji TV, and pretty much it was a big brouhaha about that because the member was under legal age for drinking, and here he was drinking alcohol, which was pretty much bought from the producer, and so there was just a whole situation about that. But going back to Kago Ai, yes, I don't even know what's going to happen here. We've seen the worst happen with Suzuki Ami, and that's when her parents wanted more money from the management, and in return, the management blackballed her from the music industry. No one wanted to have anything to do with her, and after a number of years of touring, and performing at smaller events and schools, fortunately for Suzuki Ami, she had support from Avex, and she signed, and she's back on top again. But it took a number of years for her to come back. Yuguchi Mari, right after she quit Morning Musume, she appeared on several shows, and it looks like, a lot of people wondered if she would ever do any Hello Project activities, because unlike other Morning Musume members who, when they leave, they get the final concert, pretty much with Yaguchi Mari, she just quit. So I believe at Kohaku we've seen her perform with the Morning Musume group, which was actually, interesting in a way, and also very surprising. But with Kago Ai, who knows what's going to happen there, because her image, and also, I guess her partner Nono, they were like baby faces, and despite their age of 18, they really were targeted towards the really young girls out there. Usually girls around the age of 7 to 12 or something like that. So to see this female idol smoking, a lot of concern there on their management. So what can they do but suspend her? But we'll see what happens when she gets back. Of course, no entertainer is above the law. I think this has been seen with SMAP member Inagaki Goro, who was busted several years ago for hit and run. A police officer tried to write him a ticket, and he sped off and hitting the officer while actually hitting her with his car with on her leg, and And, despite, him being from a major talent group and being, in the forefront of Japanese dramas and entertainment, pretty much he was suspended and he didn't come back for about a year. And his apology was really depressing, very sad, because he had a lot of time to reflect of what he did. And although Kago Ai, her situation is smoking, again, you never know what's going to happen, because these idol companies are very strict in, promoting and protecting that idol image. So we'll see what happens in a few months, or by next month. We'll see. The next entertainment article I'm going to talk about actually happened a week and a half ago, because there were some comments I just want to make on it. This one is regarding to the accident in the Philippines regarding the game show Wow Wow Wee. And for those of you who are not familiar with that show, Wow Wow Wee is a game show where people can win money. And not, it's just your regular, game show, like any country may have. But when you watch the show, the majority of the people who win and who actually appear to be part of the show are usually from poor families. And in this case, they were celebrating an anniversary for the show, and about 30,000 people were waiting to get inside the Phil Sports Arena for the show. And people in the back were pushing to get in, and about 500 people were injured, but about 73 people were trampled to death. And this is just insane, because usually when you offer a program for free, and despite the fact that they can win $300 or $400, it's just really depressing, because there should have been, emergency units there. They knew the crowds were going to be there, and yet, unfortunately, there wasn't. And look what happens. People got killed. And reading this article that was on Yahoo News, again, 74 people were killed, including a person who died of massive bleeding more than 12 hours after the stampede. 514 people were injured. Survivors said the game show was to include a raffle with a jackpot equivalent to $384. The raffle tickets can be obtained at the gate, so everyone was in a hurry. There was pushing in people in front of the gate, and people were crushed, says Myrna Britannia, 42, who spent all night in the line. People at the back of the line were pushing, not knowing they were already people dying on the ground in front. There's another article here, and this one was from one person. She said that people were so pressed against each other at the gate of the stadium, and then once people started falling, people just started falling on top of each other, and people started losing consciousness. And for this person, she lost consciousness, and when she came to, she was pinned underneath people. According to her, she says, under me was a dead person, beside me there was another dead person, and another dead person above her. So, this is really insane. You tend to see these events in parts of Asia as well. I mean, South Korea, they tend to have, free concerts for their, for people. The television networks have these free concerts where a lot of people show up. And last year we reported on the podcast that in South Korea, a lot of people were in line to see, some K-pop groups, and there were so many people there, and people got trampled, and it's a really, really sad situation. In this case of what happened in the Philippines, in a way, it's kind of, how do I say this? It kind of pisses me off, because I've watched these shows on the Filipino channel, and you see a lot of the poor trying to win, and it may not be big money, several $100s to some people, but there it means that's a lot of money, and I don't want to say that the show exploits the poor, but, they look at it as they're trying to help the poor, so they can win some money. But, when you see situations like this, it just pisses you off. So, anyway, an article from Charo Santos Conchillo from ABS-CBN, who's the vice president for the entertainment, she said that Wawawi was meant to entertain and to give hope to people. The reality today is that there are plenty among our countrymen who are poor. We only want to give them hope. We're all human, and I think most of us have tried our luck in games of chance, but we are not encouraging bendicancy. Anyway, to happier news, and this is also in the Philippines. This one actually was actually interesting that they are bringing more Korean dramas to ABS-CBN too. And Korean superstar and Asian TV's Best Actress, Kim Jong-un, is now back on Philippine primetime viewing. More popularly known as Vivian from Korean novella phenomenon Lover in Paris, Kim now plays the lead role in the most coveted Korean series to date, Princess Lulu, beginning this Monday, February 13th. Kim, who won the 2004 SBS TV Drama Awards Best Actress, 2004 Baeksang Awards Best Actress, and the 2005 Asian TV Awards Best Performance by an Actress, already has come to conquer viewers' hearts once more with the funny yet romantic story of Princess Lulu. Lulu is the heir of the wealthy empire who dreams of simple things. Her fortunate lifestyle seems to be a blessing for others, yet Lulu still tries to find her own happiness above any material thing that leaves her dreaming of marrying the man she truly loves someday. She finds in the vital elements of life, love, friendship, and family. Porn on cell phones. Well, not actually, but second round of Lee Sabi nude pics to go public. This is from the Chosun article, and there is a demand for these nude pictures. In fact, I remember several years ago, there was, I believe they were trying to meet with the, let me find the article real quick here, if I can find it. Anyway, what was happening in Korea is that there were questions going to the Information Communications Ethics Committee, ICEC, which decides if it can show hair nudes. Korea usually restricts images that reveal pubic hair, and I'm not sure why I'm talking about this right now.
一つ数えて進めばいい二つ数えて休めばいい三つ数えて考えりゃいいマイペースで進めればいい
Hi, I'm Ichigo.
I'm Baoto.
And we're Anime Pulse.
We've got our fingers on the pulse of anime.
Do you like anime, but you don't know what to watch?
We love anime and watch it all the time.
So if you want the true fan's perspective on the latest and greatest from Japan...
Rants or just stories about anime...
We're the ones to check it out. So check out Anime Pulse at www.anime-pulse.com.
Hey, you kids! What are you doing on my lawn? Get out of here!
Oh, great. It's old man Chigo.
Run!
Let's take a look and peek inside the J-Ent treasure chest and let's see what is our music archive of the week. Our pick goes to the Korean group known as Sharp, and this is their 4.5 album titled Flat. Catalog number is WMCD 1127 and was distributed by Yedang Entertainment. Sharp features 4 artists, 2 guys and 2 girls. You have, for the guys, Suk Hyun and Chris. For the women, you have Ji Hye and Ji Young. And correct me if I'm wrong in the pronunciation of the names, but this album has 12 tracks. And what can I say about the group? I started listening to Sharp after I heard or actually seen their video, Kiss Me, and just fell in love with their music. And this led me to check out their other songs and their other albums. And what can I say? This, they had a pretty cool style and really good balance with the group. It's hard to explain, but they were pretty hot, and the women, I don't know. I guess what can I say? One of the few times where I bought an album just basically because I just dig the two women from the group. But anyway, yeah, this is a really cool album, and unfortunately the group has broken up. There was rumors going around that the 2 female members didn't get along with each other, and they had a cat fight. And not too long after that, they didn't, none of them showed up for a music show or something like that, and I heard it was a big mess. But they did release one final album, which was like a best album or so, and I guess each member are pursuing different things. I know the lead singer, or actually not the lead singer, but one of the main voices of the group, Ji-hye, went on to have her own solo career as of last year, and not sure what happened to Ji-young. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out this album, Sharp Flat, which is their 4.5 album. That's one thing you see quite a bit in Korean albums. They use a 0.5, 1.5, 2, 2.5, 3. A little crazy. But again, this album was released back in 2001. So here's a sample of the songs on this album.
Like abracadabra, baby, can I grab ya?
And that was the Korean group known as Sharp with their 4.5 album titled Blat, released back in 2001, and hope everyone liked that. Well, as some of you know, that tomorrow is Valentine's Day. Or actually, depends what day you're listening to, but assuming that today or tomorrow is Valentine's Day, hope everyone has a good one. And, I was thinking, for those of you who don't have don't have someone to share Valentine's Day, let me play this little sample for you. Let's go to a commercial.
What is the Orange Lounge Radio To Go edition? It's all the news that video gamers really want to know about.
Yeah, it's all about the news about games that don't suck.
Well, what's a podcast? It's a recorded show that you can subscribe to, so you always get the news first.
And you don't have to have an iPod to listen to it either. Winamp, Windows Media Player, it's all good.
I'm Rob Roberts, and every week on the Orange Lounge Radio To Go edition, I'll bring you news about what's going on in the gaming world. From next-generation gaming to current classics you know and love, we'll give you the news and talk about the effects the news can have on the scene.
I'm Jamie Summers, and every week on Orange Lounge, I'll be here to give you my honest input on the news. When gaming lawsuits are the issue, or a new law is on the table that could affect the gaming world, we'll be here to help you understand how the result could affect you. Also, tune in for my advice column every week, because gamers, if you stay indoors and play video games all day long, you'll never be able to go out and get laid.
I'm Loki, and every week on Orange Lounge Radio To Go, I'll keep you posted on the latest in gaming gear, from hacks to mods to cracked to emulation. We'll be here to give you an uncensored view of what people on the internet are up to. And tune in to find out what geeks of the world install Linux on next. Join us at www.orangeloungeradio.com for all the information you need to subscribe to our show.
Click on the link that says Orange Lounge Radio To Go on the left side of the page for all the info you need.
And send us an email if you have any comments or suggestions to go@orangeloungeradio.com.
Why should you listen to VGDJ? Because it kicks ass.
That's right, non-stop action, non-stop entertainment from start to finish. And when it's all over, you're gonna be begging for more. But don't take my word for it. Listen to what these few people had to say.
Oh, I did DJ, very good.
Boy, Duval, I love this show. We even went to the streets to ask people. Hey, what do you think of VGDJ?
Sure, man. It's like... So, you're still gonna give me that $5, right?
Even the workplace is no stranger to VGDJ. Between the agonizing screams and people jumping off the roof at my workplace, I actually find this show quite entertaining.
That's it. Johnson, you're fired.
Oh, damn, not again. So remember, boys and girls, tune in to VGDJ every week, or you could die.
Let's go to our second segment of 444, and starting it off is Mock Piston Giraffe with Horokyu.
肩に注意よく我慢して、致命傷右手首あざきれいな色の花にだって一人はあって何でもあって綺麗な花の匂いや色で一人はやだねと言っている。まともな表現表面に攻め指はそうめベッセヘメセネッセヒトミスベッセヘメセベッセヘメレケオ不眠症衝突がない綺麗な色の花にだって一人はあって何度もあって綺麗な花の匂いや色で一人はやだねと言っている。色の花にだって一人はあって何でもあって綺麗な花の匂いや色で一人はやだねと言っている。あの日会えたことを忘れ深く眠り月を見上げ窓のそばの黄色い花棚に置いた指輪光る何も変わらないこの世界で君がたった一人で泣いている呼べば呼ぶほど遠くなってゆく答えてよ君の影が消えた日から僕の中の光も消えた強くなればな るほど寂しくて思い出だけ重くなってく何も変わらないこの世界で君がたった一人で泣いている呼べば呼ぶほど遠くなってゆくこっちを見てよ夕闇が僕を隠しても君なら僕を見つけられるよね何も変わらないこの世界で君がたった一人で泣いている呼べば呼ぶほど遠くなってゆく何も変わらないこの未来に君がたった一人で待っている僕のことも全部忘れて笑っている笑っている笑っている Roboto. Hey, Mr. Roboto. 踊らないか Slap to ya, yeah, yeah. 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 Slap to
And ending the 444 was Ningen Bokan with Robot Only Knows. Before that was a slow jam by No Reason titled Crying. Before that was Imari Tones with Kiena Iro no Hana. And starting off the second 444 segment was Mock Piston Giraffe with Horo Q. I want to thank everyone for listening and also for being supportive with your emails regarding our last two episodes. We definitely love your feedback, so please email us at nt2099@gmail.com. And if you want to visit JN, visit us by going to www.nt2099.com/J-ENT. That's JN in caps. So this episode was a little crazy. Started the episode way early in the morning and took some breaks, and it's about 12:21 a.m. right now, a little over midnight. So I started the episode talking about how sunny California is, and right now I'm just staring out at the window with the I think it's a full moon, pretty much of a full moon, and it was hot today, very hot, and I was at a dental appointment today, and the woman who was cleaning my teeth was telling me that it's not going to last that long, that the cold weather will be coming back next week, so we'll see about that. One thing I want to say is I apologize for that Valentine's episode. I was listening to it, and I said, my gosh, I think I broke a record on how many times I said, and it drove me nuts, so I apologize, because repetitive words like that, or I tend to do those quite a bit at the end of my work day, especially really late in the wee hours of the morning, and so I apologize about that. Otherwise, I'm a sleepy man. So everyone, you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and if you're watching the Olympics, hopefully your country is doing well. Well, if they are in the Olympics, that is. But anyway, take care, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Visit JN on the web at www.nt2099.com/J-ENT and email JNradio at nt2099@gmail.com. See you next time.